What a morning. Definitely not how I want to start my day, but Tiffany needs a new car. It's time. Her Kia is like 9 years old and it's paid for, which is great. No car payments, I love it. But she's over it by the time it's paid for, right? We paid it off a couple years ago, and I love not having the car payment, and I have no problem putting money into it to maintain it, to keep no car payments, but not my car, not my thing. So Tiffany wants a new car. It's due for some maintenance. It needs some work done, and it needs new tires, which all in all would probably cost somewhere around $1,500 to $2,000 if we were to do it all. Tiffany just doesn't want to pay that money. That's a down payment on a new car is the way her mentality is. So we're in this kind of mode. The kids are starting school here soon. She just got that flat tire last week. We're at the point of like, do we buy new tires and drive it a little bit longer, or no, trade it in, sell it, get a new car? So that's been on her brain the last couple of days. It has not been on my brain, and I've not been thinking about it at all because I just don't have time to think about that. But this morning, she's like, we need to get this done this week. Kids start school next week. I need a new car. We need to da-da-da-da. So I spent my morning, the last hour and a half, looking at cars, looking at reviews, looking at different options, 6, 7 different websites. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I sent out a few tweets this morning. I absolutely hate buying a car. I do not understand why buying a car is like the worst buying experience ever. Like of all the things we buy in this world, car buying is the absolute worst, because every time you go, you feel like you're getting screwed. You feel like every time you go, no matter how much time you spend there, how much back and forth negotiating you do, it seems like they win, you lose, and you just have to take it. You have to bend over and take it. So yeah, that's how I started my morning. My live stream is off in 45 minutes and I'm not even ready to go. I just ate breakfast, but now I gotta go air up her tire and see how long it'll hold air. If it'll hold air for a day, then we have time to go to a dealer and trade it in and sell it. If it won't hold air, then I need to put the spare tire on. Either way, I need to figure that out because it looks like maybe tomorrow we're going to go buy a new car. And I say buy, but really we're gonna lease, because I'm at the point now where Tiffany doesn't wanna keep the car long enough. Like once it's paid for, it's time for a new car. Like that's her kind of mentality. I've had the car for 6 years, I've had the car for 7 years, whatever, how many years, she keeps it for, time for a new car. So there's really no reason to pay off a car if she's ready to buy a new one right after it's paid for. So we're gonna lease, and this is the first time we've ever leased a car. I've always bought my cars either used or new, and my cars I keep when I pay for them, and I drive them until I absolutely need a new car. So we're gonna lease this time, so that's a whole new process I'm going through, learning how leases work, and you can negotiate on a lease, and it's just like buying a car, which sucks. I thought, oh, maybe that'll be like better. I just like, hey, I wanna lease that car. I'm like, all right, cool, here you go. Nope. You can haggle, you can negotiate, you can ask them all these questions to get all these different numbers behind the scenes, and like I'm dreading it just as much. So yeah. So here's the tire, and there's the nail. So yeah, and it's got some tread on it, but definitely time for new tires.
Surprise! Was that a good surprise to wake up to?
No, I don't want to see him.
Oh, don't lie. Mason's over.
I got up too fast. I can't see.
Did you just get up?
No. I got up I woke up at like 9:30.
9:30?
I was watching YouTube.
So last minute little decision to pick up Mason. I went to, I know, I'm Stevie. Went to my old gym, which is over by Mason's house, so picked up Mason, hang out with Bryce all day, and then we got something fun in store this evening.
What is it? Can I say it?
Sure.
We're going to Urban Air.
Urban Air. Little trampoline park / all kinds of other fun stuff. Bryce went there on a field trip, so he knows what to expect, but Mason and Sierra have not been there yet, so looking forward to that. So Bryce is learning a new way to make eggs. They usually do the over hard eggs. Mason prefers a cheesy omelet, so I'm like, I can do that, and I showed Bryce how to do it. So we'll see if he can do it on his own now. You ready?
Yeah. One. Yep. Pour it in? Yep. I almost just dropped the bowl. My hands are so wet. And I thought he'd bubble. Oh, I gotta pop it. Pop. Oh. Pop. Ew. That's a freaking hair.
That was on my shirt.
That looks like baby's hair.
Mason,
but
read my
it's
shirt.
not. Ask me about my Ninja Destroyer.
Wait, where is it?
It's right there.
Sorry, I'm tickled. There you go. Now put your cheese in.
Tear it.
Yeah, tear it and put it on like half of it.
You can do it.
Oh yeah. Not perfect, but good enough.
You can do it. Perfect. Easy dubs.
So it's a piece of toast and then egg and then avocado on top.
That's not weird. With the toast, but like with an omelet.
It's not as you just film it. Ow! That hurt.
Oof. Look, she gave me a scratch mark right there. I'm just kidding. I've had that.
We're out to with the live stream, and we're headed off to shoot a second half of a sponsor video. Fun stuff. Sorry you guys can't see it in this video, but it's for another video. You'll see it another time. It'll be worth the wait, I promise. But once we're done with that, Tiffany and I are gonna take her Kia. This is her Kia. I'm driving her Kia. Yep. We're gonna take it to CarMax, and we're going to see what they will give us for cash. CarMax is known for buying used cars, even if you don't buy a car from them. We have some friends that have done that and said good things, so that seems like a good option. We know what the blue book value is on the car, so we figured CarMax is probably going to give us the best deal. We'll go there first, see what the offer is. The offer is good for 7 days, so we'll get the offer. And if we don't like the offer, then we'll take the car to one of the dealerships that we're looking at leasing a car from, and then compare that offer with CarMax. And whoever's deal is better, we will take that offer. The car shopping / selling has begun, and I'm not happy about it.
What they like. Actually, I might like.
They're probably from Philadelphia.
Looks like this is happening. Looks like we're selling Tiffany's car to CarMax. They gave us an awesome offer. Like, we kind of went in with a number in our head, and we were like, if they go within like a couple $100 either direction, we'll totally take it. And they went up in the blue book value, and so I was like, all right, let's do this. I looked at Tiffany. I was like, got any objections to not like waiting, like doing this any other time? The car's here. They gave us the offer. Let's do it. So we're selling Tiffany's car. One last look at her, saying our goodbyes. A lot of memories were made in this car. A lot of road trips, a lot of miles, summer vacations, even sponsored trips. Crazy.
Smells good here still.
Saying goodbye?
Yep, I'm totally okay with it.
Totally okay with it.
It's done me good.
On to the next adventure.
Moving on.
It's Tuesday, guys, which means Taco Tuesday.
September 9th? September 6th. Yeah. What's your game coming out? You want to play Julius bad?
Oh yeah, mahi, fish taco, shrimp taco, coastal trio in full effect. And a bean burrito, because they're amazing. All right, we're back home, and
I sold my car. Traded in, sold, I don't know.
We sold it. No, it's a sold. There was no trade. We didn't trade anything.
That's right, because I don't have a car.
We traded her car in for a check. Is what we did.
I'm carless.
Carless, which, I mean, honestly, you were carless last week. You didn't touch your car.
For the most part, we can do with one vehicle, but there has been one time this week where Sierra needed to be brought home from Open Gym because of only having one vehicle. So we could make it work if we had to, but there are times where,
Well, kids are starting school next week, and then the following week, sports tryouts and sports practices, and
it would be a lot of driving back and forth to make things work, or asking people to help us out.
Right.
In certain.
And it's not a money thing. Like, your car's paid for, like, paid off.
Yeah.
So like, we haven't had a car payment in I don't know how many years.
No, it's just going through this process that we've put off, and the flat tire was finally like the push, the nudge. That's
the thing too. Like, we've been talking about it for months that Tiffany's been ready for a new car, and I'm like, well, let's sell the house first and figure out what we're doing as far as like, a new house or the rental or whatever. Like, let's get through that first. And then it was summer break's been crazy. Like, traveled for like 3-4 weeks, and honestly, the flat tire was like the nudge, kind of like, well, we need to buy new tires. Let's just sell the car.
Like, I'm super excited to drive a new vehicle.
Yeah.
But just the process of getting it.
Yeah.
But we got one little thing checked off.
Got that done. I mean, and like I said earlier, we know we got a good deal because we looked up Kelly Blue Book, and we got more than what Kelly Blue Book was. Well, for that, I mean, that car, like you put down that it's in good condition. Like there was no tears or rips in the seats, no like cigarette burns. Like that was an option. Like, does it have cigarette burns? It's like, what? Like there's no physical
some people
damage.
Can really trash their cars. It wasn't.
There was no physical damage other than some scratches and like, you know, little dents from like shopping carts and stuff like that. Yeah. The car is actually in really good shape because you take care of your vehicles.
For the most part.
Yeah, well, after a while, she just like gives up on it, which is why the lease makes sense for her. Every 3 years, new car, sure. So yeah, it'll be perpetually renting basically. But you know, people do that with their houses. Like people who live in the city, they rent. They don't own. My truck will be paid off here in a couple months.
We could
pay it off now.
We could just pay it off.
Actually, what we just sold your car for, we could pay off my truck with.
Yeah.
More or less. But yeah, my truck will be paid off here in a few months. So that'll be one car payment gone. We're picking up another one. So it makes sense. Works out. And I'll drive my truck until it doesn't drive anymore.
And then, with that being said, the next time we do have to do this again.
We'll be Sierra. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, what were we going to say?
That if we ever had to like sell a car again, we'd go through CarMax.
Oh yeah, CarMax was awesome. Yeah, so I don't think I said this, but CarMax was awesome. We highly recommend if you're selling a vehicle, even if you're not buying a used vehicle or buying a car through CarMax, sell your car to CarMax. It was an awesome process. We were in and out in less than an hour. The process of just getting the like offer letter was about 20 to 30 minutes, and the offer was good for 7 days. And the guy was just like, "Here, this is for you. Have a nice day." And we're like, "Can we do this now?" And he's like, "Sure. Walk down. Well, I'll walk you over here." And he walks us down the other side, introduces us to a new lady, and then that's the process of the signing the paperwork over. Like it was that easy. So yes, when I'm ready to sell my truck and get a new one, 100% going to CarMax for that. But then what I was saying is that for Sierra's first car, I'm going to CarMax. We're gonna go to CarMax and we're gonna buy a used car. No one should have a new car for their first car.
Or she'll just be driving mine.
Well, yeah, we got a couple years for that. Another year, actually, a little over a year. Anyway, I just wanted to wrap it up because she's gonna watch The Bachelorette season finale.
Can't look at my phone.
Find out if it's Sean. No, Taylor. What's the guy's name?
Oh my god.
Tyler. And Earl.
Earl.
What's the other guy's name?
Yours.
Jed. Oh yeah, much better. Jed. Anyway, she's watching this season. What's funny is that like because you know our house is smaller, I've been over there working on my laptop or over here, and I'm like listening bits and pieces of it. So I've caught little bits and pieces of the season, and I'm the kind of person who can watch like this much of a show or a movie and know what's going on, and she hates that. She's like, "How do you've been in and out?" And like. But anyway, she's gonna watch that. I'm gonna go work on some video stuff, and we're gonna call it a night. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Log on.